Good morning, Internet family. Hope you all are doing well. I made me some really awesome coffee. This is how I make my coffee, okay? If I don't have creamer or any other kind of fancy bullshit or don't have access to a Starbucks, naturally, um, I make homemade coffee. 2 scoops of the Folgers, I believe is what it is. Yep, Folgers Classic Roast. I get 2 little mini scoops of that, and I make a pot. So, mini scoop. It's literally so tiny. It's like the same scoop that comes in your, like your, what's that shit called? Energy endurance pump pre-workout. That's it. The same scoop that comes in your pre-workout, or in like a, anyway, I don't know if it comes with one, but that one works great for us. Anyway, so it's like two tablespoons. I want to say 2 to 3 tablespoons. But I only have like a 6-cup maker, so it's super tiny. It's just really small. So I do that, and then I typically count to 6 when I pour my sugar. But I've been trying to cut back on my sugars. So I count to 3. Really long 3. And and I stir the sugars in, like dissolve the sugar into the coffee, and then I add ice to it. So it's iced coffee, but it's just like the process is, I guess, different. So it looks like sweet tea, but it's not. It's coffee. And it's actually like really light in color. It's not very dark. So hey, your phone went off. Baby.
What?
No, I was just letting you know that your phone went off. Okay. No, it was Messenger. Oh. My cat is fucking loafing like hell. Like she's sunbathing and forgot that the sun moved. It's funny. Well, it's not my cat. She's Jeff's cat. I don't own any pets and will not own any more pets since Abby died. So I have a cat here that I like, that I am close to, but anyway. So, oh, I know what I was gonna. Oh, pick a color.
I don't want. Why? I'm in the middle of the game. You don't just say pick a color when I'm trying to kill 500 people. It's not even funny. Why would you do that for? I don't know, Red.
Red.
Yeah.
He doesn't like it when I interrupt his games. It's understandable. I shouldn't do that. So, typically I like my coffee really dark. But today is the day that I'm going to bring it all back to you. Oh, shit, it's heavy. Every day I move these books. Every day I look at these books. Every day I don't read these books. And yet somehow they're still here. Okay. So, all right. I'm doing a real quick one today. Nothing major. But I do want to continue adding to this awesome picture. That blue was actually really pretty. I was surprised with it a little bit. Like how well it came out. I'm blue, la boo dee la boo da, dee la boo da. There's a lot on that one. So, ouch. Kind of looking pretty cool so far. Given a kind of like a field. What do you see? I don't know. It's kind of cool looking so far. It's a good idea, I think. Just different concept. So, I need to do something with that. That was awful. All right. So we did yellow and blue yesterday. So I guess today would have been red because the primary. But I want to see how red I have things. I want to see if there's like actually like a blush in here from like the 90s because that's what I do. I save shit. I want to find like a red. If not, I'll find. Well, I don't even have any red lipsticks, which is so opposite of me. I have like blush red, but not like. This is me trying to go outside my comfort zone. I actually wore that makeup out yesterday. So, yes, I am a makeup content creator, and I wore it out in public. Ching! There's my first official video. And y'all got to enjoy it with me. If y'all want to see the disaster zone, that of which is my vanity right now. Ta-da! Disaster zone. Oh, this is actually a blessing plate. So I leave a change blessing plate pretty much anywhere I go. Usually I'll have my altar or something like that, but this is for me, my fiance, my kids, home, finances. That's my wish, right? That's pretty much everybody's wish at this point, right? So, keys, whether it be a vehicle or house keys or, whatever, you always put your wishes into the blessing plate, right? And then you keep adding your change to it because that's like you financing your own dreams kind of thing, right? And then you can put in there anything that you want. Like my fiance gave me this glass heart, and I actually found this little, I don't know if you can see it or not, seashell, or not seashell, sandcastle. And then I found these little gold turtles, and there was 4 of them, and I was like, oh, that's awesome. It's perfect for my kids. And then my fiance just gave me this seashell necklace, but we don't have a chain for it yet. And I thought that went perfect with it, so I just set it in there. Thought that was really pretty. So yeah. So it's a wish of mine for a long time, so I keep financing it as much as I can. So, yeah. And then I have my jewelry. Hi. I have my jewelry over here, and I have a couple of perfumes in the back. I don't know if you can see different things. And then I just got this purse from Goodwill, and I thought that was really pretty. This is actually on for sale on one of my seller sites, either Etsy or eBay. I'm not sure. I think it's eBay. So I like that. And let's see. I found this little puppet like at Goodwill, and I know you're not really supposed to mess with these things, but it was so pretty, and it had this little gem thing on it that reminded me of someone that just recently passed away. So I grabbed it, and so You leave the puppet alone, you always give it respect. So the these other things are things that my fiance has given me over time, like this really beautiful princess house picture. I've never seen a princess house picture before, so I just thought that was really cool. And then these are like just perfume bottles and makeups and sunglasses and stuff. And then I have my Teddy, well, new Teddy. Old Teddy is with my daughter. Um, but then I have an owl, which the owl's head actually moves, but I just don't have batteries for it. And then my little jumping spider, Stuffy, super cute. I love it. It's super cute. And then I have my cool cat, if you can see. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, where am I at here? Oh, there we go. Okay, cool cat, chilling, jamming out with Disco Jesus. Oh yeah. So yeah, it's interesting to say the least. The combination of random nonsense that's on my vanity. I was just talking with Jeff about like how you can learn a lot from somebody in their personality, or however many they may have, by their surroundings. That you can learn a lot from somebody and what they surround themselves with, and and I want to try to surround myself with as much beautiful things as I possibly can, because that's a direct reflection of self. You feel beautiful in beautiful places, right? And even if you are surrounded by chaos and nonsense, you are the beauty in that, right? So, I try to keep an organized mess, if that makes any sense, of random collection of stuff. Oh yeah, my shoes. Can't forget the shoes. Now, mind you, I have an entire collection of shoes in the shed also, but my shoes. Oh, my shoes. I love these things. Oh, these are my favorite. And Jeff probably gets really mad at me because I don't wear these, but I love these freaking shoes so much that I don't even want to wear them because they're so beautiful and I love them so much. They have vertebrae for the heels. These are so cool to me. Like, right? Anyway. And then my next favorites, well, my go-tos are like really, really old. Really old. I rarely wear these unless like I have to now, and I forgot to clean them the last time I wore them. They're so old. They're from X Appeal, and they're like almost like fishnet stockings. But I love these. These are so awesome and they're so comfortable. Oh my god. They're flexible. Like, you're not really supposed to do this, but they're very flexible. You're not supposed to do that at all, by the way. But they are. They're really comfy. I have not worn the snakeskin ones yet. I actually just recently got those within the past couple of months, and I have not worn them yet. I'm still in the process of working on these disaster zone feet of mine. So, but yeah. And then these I just recently got. These are Michael Kors, and I love them. They're super cute. And since today's a red day, I might actually wear them later today. Well, I can't because we have to go certain places. So, anyway, hello. The what was I talking about? Jeff's in the background. Damn it, playing video games. He says to me this morning, I'm just gonna go try to relax and let my blood pressure even out and stuff, because first thing in the morning everybody's blood pressure like kind of goes up. So he's like, I'm just gonna chill out and let my blood pressure go down. First thing he does is go play video games. That's not gonna help your blood pressure. He's in there, damn it. Whatever. Have fun. So I forgot what I was doing. Red. Right. Okay. Well, I don't really have red. So, but I do have red clothes. So I'm going to rock the red dress. Opposite of red would then be my personal favorite, black. But, um, like orange or purple. Yeah. Orange and purple. And I have those. So we'll do that. We'll do orange and purple. Because I'm gonna be wearing red. Although I'm wearing not red right now. Today was kind of like a weird day. We did everything backwards this morning. It's weird. I don't know. Oh, this is some orange. Y'all can't even see it yet. Wow. That's some orange. It's very vibrant in real life. Which, growing up, like, I really like the color orange. If you look at, like, my school pictures and stuff, I actually am wearing orange in a couple of them. Anything less than 8th grade was a disaster. Well, no. Yeah, pretty much anything less than 8th or ninth grade, those pictures are disasters. They're definitely 80s, 90s pictures. From a kid that cut her own bangs, you know what I mean? Like, so, no bueno. Alright, purple it is. I'm gonna go from the middle of the eye out. Kind of give, and then crease it. That's where I'm going with this. Totally want to look like a freaking Halloween character. Kidding, naturally. We're gonna make it work anyways, right? Because that's what we do. We are a multifaceted, beautiful diamond that is just reflecting our natural colors. And red is not one of them. I feel like Bob Ross putting makeup on, like ASMR makeup tutorials. Yes, it looks like a hot freaking mess right now, but trust the process. Trust the process. That's all you hear on any makeup tutorial videos. Just trust the process. Just trust the process. Oh, the sun is out. What do you know? Alright. Gosh, I don't know why it just looked like there was something on it. Trying not to hit that orange too much because I want it to stay as much as I can. But I am blending this fucking purple out. Purple is the color of royalty, supposedly, right? Oh, look at that crusty, dusty old face. Urgh. They say the monsters only come out at night, right? Okay, I don't want to go totally to the brow. Fade that out a little. My God. My eyes look like crazy right now. Wow. I forgot to put moisturizer on. I didn't even do the process. I'm just running with it today. Just throw some on real quick. Right? It's gotta be part of it. Every single makeup person right now is like, what the hell is she doing? For real. This person is not a beauty influencer. They're just like, no, just let's cancel her real quick. So, anyway. Oh. We had a very funny debacle this morning about when we went on our morning walk around the house looking at the plants and stuff. The tomato plants in the front looked like they had been cut at the top, and I started flipping out. I was mad. Because my plants have been getting attacked by like rodents lately, right? So I say rodents, but it's like raccoons. And I love raccoons because they're super cute, but I don't think I could ever possibly touch one because they probably have rabies. I don't know, but it's just safety first. So, and they don't, it's just like anybody else. Nobody really wants you to just go up to them and grab them, even though they're fluffy. So, anyway, they ate my corn, and that pissed me off. So, this morning we're doing the walk around, and I noticed at the top of my tomato plants, so mind you, the top of my tomato plants are like 5 feet tall or higher, like 6 feet tall almost. And they look like they all had been chopped off. And they weren't like that yesterday. I was livid. I was like, what the hell? Somebody came here and cut the top of my fucking tomato plants? Like, what the hell happened? It literally was straight cut across the top. Like, pretty evenly, right? So we're going back and forth talking about it for like 10, 15 minutes, right? Like, who could come over here and cut the top of the tomato plants? Like, who's sabotaging my garden, right? So I'm looking up, like, what would be an animal that would possibly eat a tomato plant that would be 6 foot tall or 5 foot tall. The only option that came up was deer. And I have seen deer locally lately. And then I was thinking, no, I have a better idea. Because of the fact that I keep seeing the same 2 raccoons out here, they must have climbed on the brick outside on the front of the house and grabbed the tomato tops and ate them. Like, just plopped their little happy butt down and was just like, midnight snack, y'all. Nom, nom, nom. Yeah, they ate it. They ate the whole top of the tomato plant. Like 5 feet off the ground. And that's what got me the most. I'm like, what the hell is that tall to eat that, There's a ledge right there, and I wasn't thinking fucking raccoons. So I went out there and I sprayed it with some pest away stuff. Natural pest away stuff. Because I didn't want to mess up my plants. But we'll see. Fuckers. We haven't been leaving cat food out lately. Because we don't want pests. We don't want ants and stuff like that. And, it's hard enough out here for anybody to keep pests away. So, and it's expensive as fuck to try to get services. And half the time it doesn't work. I'll be honest with you. I've done services in the past, and some of them do work if you stick with them for the long run. But a lot of the times, like the over-the-counter stuff, it don't really work. So, we do have like an over-the-counter spray that we can use to keep like the deer and the raccoons and like ants and stuff like that away. But I don't think it's gonna work. We'll see. Because we live in an area that's like a little more city. It's like more suburbia type area. So it's not the country that I'm used to. And like seeing the wildlife in the city setting is kind of crazy to me. I'm enjoying it naturally because, you know, it reminds me of home. But it's like I'm more fearful for the animal than I am the area, you know, kind of thing. Like preserve the animal, you know, the wild animal. I don't know. For now, I mean, I don't know when those types of animals are going to end up being on the menu, but I'm pretty sure that all animals will at some point. Um, anyway, I'm not totally vegan or against. You are shining today with this light. Yeah, I'm like, whoa! Look at all them wrinkles, all the gray hairs. Put a light on it. How's that one song go? Shine your little light or something. I can't remember how it goes. It's like a church song. I actually used to sing in a church choir. Not many people know that. Well, it's mainly because a friend of mine and I were walking and we heard people singing and we just kind of showed up one day and they didn't care. So we were part of a church choir all of a sudden. And we didn't even go to that church. The funny thing is like, to think about it now, looking back on it, is like, in that time frame, in that area that I was living in, like the style that I had was goth. And my friend, who was a gay black man, was usually shunned at that point in time. So, because this was like 90s. So, for that church to accept us and to just let us be part of their choir, that was a big thing for me. So, I thought that was really cool. You know, the inclusiveness. And that's what I think church is supposed to be about. You know, I'm not a big religious person, and I know that you guys hear me talking about spirituality and all this other stuff. And normally I don't talk about, you know, religion too much other than, you know, random topics that are just all jumbled different concepts, right? But I actually used to go to church and I encouraged my kids to go to their own type of Bible school. You know, they offered it in the elementary school that they were in. And, you know, I let them decide for themselves as to whether or not whichever direction that they wanted to go. But I did introduce, you know, them to religions and I taught them a bunch of different things. And my partner, my husband at the time, you know, their dad, had taught them a bunch of stuff. And over time, you know, my parents have taught them things and different perspectives and different backgrounds and understandings. Um, and even if they, you know, don't choose a specific religion as long as they believe in something greater than themselves, I think that that's important. And ultimately, as long as they believe in themselves, that's really all that matters. So, um, so yeah, I don't really typically talk about church or anything like that or any of my personal experiences, you know, with church and stuff. So don't be afraid to ask me questions. I may or may not be able to answer them, or, you know, my answers may vary depending on what memory I might have of it, you know. But, or if I have any memory of it at all. So, um, yeah, when, you know, Jeff and I were talking about this the other day, is that, you know, randomly memories will pop up over time that you forgot about for decades, right?
So, I mean, it's just weird. You know, your brain kind of does its own little thing every once in a while. And then it feels like a deja vu moment almost. Like memories and deja vu moments almost feel the same. Although deja vu never actually lived it yet. Maybe you dreamed about it a long time ago. And all of a sudden, at some point during your day or night, you feel some type of way, like you've been there before. But you don't quite know why. Now, for some reason, you know what something's about to happen, but you don't know what. It just kind of makes you like a heightened awareness of your surroundings all of a sudden. It only lasts a very short time, maybe a few seconds, maybe a minute, not very long. But it's meant to tell you something. And it's being brought to your awareness for a reason, naturally. Whether it's the same path that happens or another path. Doesn't really matter. All that matters is that you're aware of it and the message it brings. Yes. Oh, when? Just now? Stretch! Shining to. Okay, yeah. I'm just doing leftovers from yesterday because I don't have a whole lot. Because that's supposed to do something. I don't know what. Probably could have blended that out better. I don't know why my lips do that. The line goes right here, but my lip actually goes out here. It's weird. Okay. So yes, queen. Doo-doo. O-O-T-T. No hair today. Leaving it because I'm going to be dyeing it tonight. I didn't do it last night. You okay? Okay?
Yeah.
You okay?
I was wondering what that was. But so
What is that?
a game, but you have to pay for it. I was just seeing what it was. It looked like a kid's game. You ready?
For what?
It's 11 o'clock. Time flies when you have fun.
Okay.
Why? What was you doing?
Streaming?
Okay.
Alright.
Well, how much streaming you got left? Honey?
I just started.
Oh, well, you and I just talked in the beginning.
Okay, alright. Yep.
Because that streaming usually do for like 2 hours.
Alright, guys, I'll talk to you guys later.